All right, everybody, I'm coming back to you. It's the Board Game Man. It's the day after Labor Day weekend. I hope you all had a great Labor Day. And now we're going to continue with the boxing. You can see it's getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Probably a handful of boxes left, and they'll be all complete. And then at the end of October, we'll be making our way to Tennessee. But in the meantime, let's get to the first box we're going to show you. First and foremost, we're going to get to Showdown Yahtzee. This is one I have not done an episode on yet. But like I said in one of my earlier episodes, I'm probably going to do like a Yahtzee series. So I'll show you all the different Yahtzee games in a row. But I have not yet done this one. This is actually one of the more fun ones that they've come out with. So this is a really, really great one. So Showdown Yahtzee. First one in the new box. All right. Next one we're going to do. This is a special game that I think only a certain amount of people, this was given away at the race, I believe. So this is one that you can't just get. It's the Mint 400 Off-Road game. So this is a different one. Somebody was selling it just for a few bucks. They knew they weren't going to play it, and it's brand new. And just pretty much like a road racing game. You can see here you have cards. You have the board game and all that good stuff. So looks like it'd be quite a bit of fun. So one of these days I'll break it out and I'll do an episode on it. All right. Of course, hardly anybody probably even heard of this game before. All right. Put that in there. All right. Just like so. Just wide enough for the box. Woo. Next one. We're going to look at the Stamp Collector's game. All right. This one is by, let's see, does it have a name on here? Doesn't say who it's from. Item Nation Inc. from New York, New York. But what's cool about this game is they actually have, when you play the game, here is the board. It kind of reminds you of the other game I have, you know, the stamp one. But this one has a envelope that has Stamp Vault on it. And they actually have, believe it or not, real stamps. I'll show you, real stamps in there. So that's kind of cool. So you actually play with real stamps. And they're in here. So that's actually pretty cool. So there's the Stamp Vault. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Now, I have not done an episode on this yet, but I'll get to it. This will be one of those Tennessee ones, but it's the Stamp Collector's game. Okay, we're going to place that in the box. And the next one we're going to do is The Legend of the Lone Ranger. Yes, this one is from Milton Bradley. This one I found, this was a girl, I believe it was her uncle's. And it was in his garage. She decided to sell it to me for a few bucks. And so I was able to pick it up. So The Legend of the Lone Ranger game. Have not done an episode on this one yet. All right. The next one we're going to look at is the good old-fashioned Scotland Yard. This is a really cool one. This is a classic that everybody really likes. And this is one when you're actually one of the people are the bad guys and you're trying to follow the person. Well, actually, you don't know where he's at, but then you get little hints of it where the bad guy is and you're trying to find him. So this is a really, really cool, very good classic game, Scotland Yard. Next one, we'll go with Cardino. This is an exciting card tile strategy game. As you can see, it's poker related. And we have not done an episode on this yet, but very, very soon. Cardino. Just found that one interesting. They have little tiles with the Jack, Queen, King, Ace on them. They look pretty interesting. So I thought, why not look into that one? Okay, the next one we're going to look at. Bugs in the Kitchen. Get them when you can. So this is a pretty cool one. This one actually has a little nano. It has like a little battery in it. It goes all through the kitchen. It's actually really, really funny. So this is Bugs in the Kitchen by Ravensburger. Put that sideways through there. There we go. Next one we're going to look at is, the farming game, Harvest the Fun. This one I actually found in a little thrift store for a couple bucks. And you can see here, you have different areas you can farm. You're different, like you have wheat. I know you have cows and whatnot. So yeah, so this is a game that you actually go farming. In fact, they should show right down here. Yeah, grain, acres, tractor. You have all sorts of, I mean, it's really, really cool. I mean, they have all sorts of, you start with 20 acres of land, a line of credit at the bank, and hopes of independence. See if you got what it takes to become a farmer. So there you have it, the farming game. There is, right. All right. I have not done an episode on that yet. Next one. Let's go ahead and toss Score 4 in there. I have a little small area. Score 4. This is a good old classic game where you're trying to get 4 in a row, like 3D wise. So you can actually get them diagonally or up and down, across. Like if you have, like the second one up, if you have 4 of them in a row like that, then you win the game. So it's like a 3-dimensional 4 in a row, like Connect 4 kind of, sort of. So that's a pretty cool little game. And I don't believe I've done an episode on that one yet. I don't believe I have yet. So, okay, and then we are going to go on to, I think this might be able to fit in there. Yeah, let's do these last two. Lanterns. This is a game that I have done an episode on, and it's a great, great tile placing game. You can see they have really colorful tiles in there, and it's really, really cool. Really, really fun game. So I highly recommend you try Lanterns. So if you're interested in looking into this game, I do have an episode on it. You can find it. We have Cubic. This is a 3D tic-tac-toe game. So it kind of reminds you of Star Trek, you know, when they have the 3D chess. Of course, it doesn't look as cool as that, but it is Cubic, the 3D tic-tac-toe game. Okay. All right, I think that's going to be it for this. Yep, it for that box. That box is complete. That is one box down. And for your enjoyment, we're going to do another box, number 2. Okay, here we go. Box number 2. All right, let's do this. Okay, so the first one we're going to do in this one, let's do... Let's do a bunch of these ones here. The Big Guy Game. This one takes place when you're actually a disc jockey, and you can tell the guy from there is from WKRP in Cincinnati, that old TV show. This is kind of based off of that, where you actually get to be the DJ in this game. And you can see this guy has a little microphone in his hand. Hi, I'm the DJ. So yes, so this is a fun little game. It's called the Big Guy Game. So I have not done an episode on this one yet. Okay. Next one is another classic TV show, Welcome Back, Kotter. Obviously, you know John Travolta is probably the only story you kind of remember from this show. Yep, I haven't done an episode on this yet, but Welcome Back, Kotter, going into the box. All right. The next one we're going to look at is a cute little kids game. It's called the Allowance Game. The first person to save $20 wins the game in this one. And you can see here's the board. I have done an episode on this, so if you want to see how this plays, you can check it out. But I like the way the dollar bills look too. They have 1s and 5s in there, and they're actually really cool. And the coins are pretty cool too. You can overdo a library book. You can mow the lawn to get some money. You can buy toys. Or you play video games, all sorts of fun stuff in here. Forget your homework. Uh-oh, lose a turn. That was me, unfortunately. I hated doing homework. I hated homework. Anyway, the Allowance Game going into the box. Okay, let's look at the next one. It's going to be good old-fashioned Parcheesi. This is a great game. I have done an episode on this, so if you're interested in... I think a lot of people know how to play Parcheesi, but just in case you don't, this is actually the special gold seal edition. I have no idea what that means, but I'm happy to have it. So Parcheesi. But I do have an episode if you're not too sure how to play it, check it out. We're going to go to Aggravation, the classic marble race game, which is pretty similar to Parcheesi, I think. You're doing the same kind of thing when you're going around the board and bringing back your pieces in the home row. It's kind of the same kind of deal. Aggravation. Okay. The next one is a very special Candyland. This is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory version of Candyland. And I'm trying to remember where I found this. I don't remember. It might have been on eBay, I think, is where I purchased this one. This was brand new. It was sealed when I got it. I just had to open it, take a peek, and see what it looked like inside. And you can see here is what the board looks like. And you have the little Oompa Loompas over here. You have the Wonka bars and all that good stuff. Plays exactly like Candyland. And normally I wouldn't have Candyland in my collection, but this version, yes. Who does not love Willy Wonka? So this is a great little game, Candyland, the Willy Wonka, the Chocolate Factory version. Okay. Now, if you have Candyland, like you were, when I was a kid, I think when we were all kids, we had Candyland. What other game went with that? There was always another game that you went and it was about similar to that. Well, it's good old-fashioned Chutes and Ladders. I'm sorry, you can't have Candyland without having Chutes and Ladders, right? And it's funny because Linda and I actually played a couple games of this. We were like, you know what? We got to bust out Chutes and Ladders and play this. And we just had a blast playing it. So here's a good old-fashioned Chutes and Ladders right there. I know they have some other versions like Snakes and something else, but this was actually the version I had when I was a kid. So I know that they come out with different versions, different box covers. This was the actual one I had when I was a kid. So I was on a mission to find this one, and I actually found it. The next one, the Mr. Ed game. Yes, I actually have done an episode on this. So if you're interested in seeing how this game plays, I do have an episode on it. It is the Mr. Ed the Talking Horse board game. Unfortunately, there's no picture on the back, so I can't show you that. But I don't know, does it have a picture of the? Doesn't have a picture of the game board anywhere. But it's a fun little game. It's a pretty cool little game. It takes place with different TV shows, and you're trying to match the TV show. I think you're trying to match the TV shows. You get so many of them, then you win the game. But there's Mr. Ed. All right, and then the next one is Winnie the Pooh. Here's Winnie the Pooh. This plays exactly or pretty similar to Candyland. Seems like Candyland seems to be on the list this box. This was my episode number 2, I believe. This is the second episode I did, Winnie the Pooh game. And there's actually cool because they don't use cards. They use little discs, colored discs that you use to move across. So like in Candyland, they have the cards. This has discs, and there's a special black disc actually, or I can't remember if it's black or purple, that actually jumps you way ahead of the game. There's only like maybe 5 of them on the board. You get one of those, then you're in business. But yeah, Winnie the Pooh game, very cute little game. But I have done an episode. It was episode number 2, so you're gonna have to go way back to the beginning of my channel to find this one. But really cool little game. Check it out. All right, the next one we're gonna do, Dark Shadows. This is a very cool game. I think I found this it was either on Facebook or Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp. Lady had it. And I told her, hey, I definitely want it. And she sold it to me for a very good price. Because I know this game goes for some money. And it's weird because the board game, it's not really a board. It's like a paper that you actually unfold and use. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. I have done an episode on this. So if you're interested in seeing, the whole game, you can actually look it up. I do have I don't remember what episode number it was. I want to make sure I don't tear this because you can easily tear this. What you do is you unfold this like this. Be very careful because this came in immaculate condition. But you can see, look at that. Oh, actually, it's upside down. Let's have the Dark Shadows right side up. Here we go. So if you can see that, let me get out of the way here. Look at how cool that is. Let me get behind it and I can look on the phone. Dark Shadows, and this is how you play it. You draw a card, and then you have to have the bat in order to start. And the next card you have to have is a little dagger, and then the little poison. And then the spider, really cool, just really cool concept. But you can see it's very easy. I mean, it's you see a little graveyard down here, and then you bring it across. See, you got the little raven or eagle down here. Oh, it's vulture. I'm sorry, it's a vulture. I'm looking through the paper, so. And then you got the black dog down there. Really cool. Then you got this weird, scary-looking woman here with her candle, and then you got the rat. But very, very cool game. Not much to it. Just has a bunch of cards, and you draw cards. And if that, I'll make sure I fold this right. You have to be very careful with this because it could easily tear. And I really like this. It's really, I just love the way it looks. There we go. Perfect. There we go. And it's kind of cool. I like the artwork inside too. There's the actual insert, which has that on there. That's really cool. And what's nice about this is the instructions are inside the lid. And that's all the instructions. Very quick and simple. But like I say, the cards are right here. See, the cards show, like I was just showing you, here's the dagger, spiders, that kind of thing, the bats, all that good stuff. And then you got the vampires. And I think you have Nosferatu in here too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Barnabas, I'm sorry. So it's Barnabas. But yeah, I mean, it's just a really cool game. Here are the player pieces. These came in great condition too. Here's just a couple of them here. One of them slipped off here. Put that back on there. So here lies the dear departed. Kind of reminds me of Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. And you got these little, here's like a candle, the wick on it. Then you got the werewolf. And you got the grandfather clock. And these are the pieces you use to move around. So a really cool game, very very unique. And when I saw this and I looked it up, I'm like, oh man, I gotta buy this from this lady. So I know this game goes for some money. I don't know why, but it does go for some money on eBay. It does sell. And I'm trying to remember if I paid $20 for it, I think, for this game. So that's usually the kind of the max I try to pay for games that are like that, kind of like this. But this one I really wanted. This is a special one. So Dark Shadows, the game. And I know they have another version of that that's very similar to it. And I was trying to think the whole time what it's called. And for life of me, about all of you are probably shouting it. Oh, yeah, just like that. I don't remember what it is. But if you remember what it is, put a comment down below because it's going to kill me until I remember what it is. Okay, next one. This game is bonkers. This is a crazy game. I have to admit, I did see this on Norm the Board Game Museum's channel, which I love Norm. I love his channel. In fact, his channel is the one that got me back into board games, watching his thrifting series where he goes to thrift stores and goes find these games and he does reviews on them. And I remember I watched his review on this. I'm like, this game looks fun. It's never the same twice. You land on a spot, you pick a card, you put it on there, and it tells you what to do in this. And it's a different game every game. So that's what the replayability is through the roof on this. So that's what I love about this game. It's a very, very simple game. You can see here is the board. And you can see, as soon as you land somewhere, then you place a card down there and you follow what it says. And then you go around, you try to get points, and whoever gets a certain amount of points, here's the point board over here. Whoever gets the top of the points wins the game. And it's just so fun. You gain points, you lose points. You gain points, you lose points. Fun, great game. Anybody can play this game. And it's just a very cool, light game. This game is bonkers. Definitely coming with me to Tennessee. Go through one last one. Here's Rich Uncle, the stock market game. This is a very cool one as well. And you see that's good old Moneybucks over there. He's you might probably recognize him from Monopoly. But yeah, this one I have done an episode on. So if you're interested in finding out how to play Rich Uncle, check it out. I had fun doing the episode for this one. This was a fun one to do. I enjoyed it. So Rich Uncle, the stock market game. Okay, and that will do it for this box. I'm going to fold this up, put this away. I'm going to set this right underneath the camera there. Let me grab another box. Let me grab box number 3. Figure I'd do another 3 boxes with this episode. All right, here we go. All right. Whew, I'm getting some sweat here. Getting some. I might lose some of this gut here. That would be a good thing. Okay, so first and foremost, let's see what we're going to put in this box. We are going to start off with. This one, the anti-Monopoly, the Bust the Trust game. This is a guy that actually did not like the Monopoly game. He did not like that everybody owns everything of one thing, so he made the anti-Monopoly game. I have to admit I have not played this game yet. This is the board. You can see it. But, yeah, it looks like it'd be very interesting. I actually have not played it. If anybody out there has played this game and you liked it or disliked it, let me know. Because I'm very curious. I don't remember where I got this from. Odds are it's probably Marketplace or or OfferUp. Those are the top 2 places besides thrift stores. And I don't think I found this at a thrift store. I think I actually bought this from somebody. But yeah, let me know if you played this, because I'm very curious to find out if it's good, bad, or that kind of thing. You never know. Okay, next one is Calorie. This is a game for all fun-loving, weight-conscious people. This one, I do remember where I found this. This was actually... I don't go antiquing very often. It's just not my thing. But I did go to an antique store. Excuse me. And I believe it was downtown Orange. And I found this. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? I had to look it up because there's nothing. And I'm like, okay, what is this game about? And it's about, I believe it's, if I remember, I think it's about gaining calories. So, it has like a Monopoly style board. And you go around and there's different cards and whatnot you draw. Like here's some of the encouragement from the understanding friends reinforces your willpower. And then you have determination helps you stick to your diet. You assure everyone that it's easy for you to diet. You've done it so many times before. You refuse to accept the responsibility of choosing sensible eating habits. So you have some funny cards in there that tell you, whether you gain calories, you take away calories. I believe in this game you're trying to get the most calories you can. I believe. I'd have to look it up again, but there's no help on this one. I can't really tell you exactly. You can tell it's still sealed. I haven't even opened it. So, but anyway, Calorie is going to come with us. That way, when I get out there, I can actually do an episode on it. Okay? All right. Next game is going to be, let's see here, The Game of Life, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. So we got this life. And I believe, trying to remember if I've done an episode on this. I know I've done Indiana Jones. I know I've done that one. I don't remember if I've done this one. So you'll have to let me know down below if I have or not. Sorry. But this is actually a cool version as well. Just like the Indiana Jones one, I think is really cool. Because it has a trilogy in it. It has all 3 movies. And I don't count the Crystal Skull because that's a dumb one. But this is actually a pretty cool one too. All right, the next one is going to be... Let's go to this one. Here's an old one. I found it in an estate sale. Pico. This is a Pico, and this is when you're trying to figure out what the words are, the definition of an animal of Africa. And what you're doing is you're trying to find out what that is, what the keyword is. And what you do is when you like say you see B, you see a 3. So B is the 3rd letter of what you're trying to figure out. And like A is the 5th letter. So then you finally figure out, oh, it's zebra. So what you do is you have Z. See, Z is the 1st letter. And E, B, and then R, and then A. And that's how you figure it out. And then it just gives you a little definition of what it is. And it's a very interesting game because what it is, it's kind of cool how they do this. You have this big box here, like this, and all the papers are in here. They're all in here with all the letters and numbers and stuff. You can see that. When you put it in there, what you do is you'll do the definition, language peculiar to a people or community, and then what you'll do is you'll take turns picking a letter, and it'll tell you what number of the word it is in. Par means you try to get it within 8 letters, okay, that kind of thing. So really cool little game, and I thought it was different. I think it was half day or half price that day, and it was like the last day of the estate sale, which is the best time to go. But then you got to cross your fingers that it's still there. I didn't know what they had there. I remember I was going out for a couple other games, and I came across this one. This one was still there. This is actually it's kind of cool. They have an old school score keep where you have this. Remember these little things? You go, shh. And there's the pen still in there too. Here's the stylus. And that's how you keep track of points. Is this old school little, I don't know what they call these things. The little wax things, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, really cool. Still works fine. Still works cool. So I have not done an episode on this. Of course, I think I probably just did an episode on it. Because that's all it is to it. But I would probably show you one and teach you how it works. But anyhow, this was made back in 1964. So I thought it was kind of a cool little game to break out sometime. But I'll do an episode on this later. All right, Pico. Good old Avalanche. I have done an episode on this one. This is during with marbles. Who doesn't love marbles, right? This is when you're dropping them down. You're trying to fulfill a board with those colored marbles that you have, and you're trying to fulfill a board, and then you win the game. So Avalanche is going into the box. That's going to be that's going to be a noisy one. You know what? I cannot put that on its side. That's one I'm going to have to lay flat. There we go. Let's try and do it up, and I can just imagine all the marbles rolling around in the box. I don't need that. Especially with marbles, they're very easy to lose. Now, this fit in there? No, not with Pico in there. Let's see. Let's do Booby Trap. Booby Trap. Here's another. It seems like I'm going through a lot of the older ones now. Booby Trap. This is when you fit all those little pieces in here. And you try to pull out one at a time. And if you're successful, then you get to keep all, and then you get score points for the different colors and the different sizes. You can see the yellows look like they appear to be the smallest, and the blue, and then the red. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's a really cool little game. I have not done an episode on this yet, but I will, as I've said all the other ones, shortly. I still have the price tag of $7, but I can assure you I did not pay $7 for this. It was probably half off, probably. So I probably paid $3.50 for it, and I was like, sold. For Booby Trap, yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Next game is Split. I have not done an episode on this. We'll just keep up with the old games here. And let's see, this one was made in 1966. And you can see in this game, you're actually trying to get your marbles from one side to the other. And you have blue marbles and white marbles. It's a pretty cool little game. I haven't done an episode on this yet, but pretty soon. It looks like I'm getting the marble games here. All the marble around. Well, if we're going to stay with marbles, let's see. Do I have another? I think I have another marble game up here somewhere. That way I'll make this box really loud. Or not. I don't think I have any more marbles. Oh, yeah, I do. There's another marble game. Classic. Stay Alive by Milton Bradley. Here we go. I don't think this really needs too much of an introduction. You just put all your marbles and you're trying to slide all these and try to get your opponent's marbles off the board before all yours disappear. And you win the game. So this is going to be a very noisy box. That is too funny. I'm going to put Pico this way. Actually, you know what? That still won't fit. You know what? Sorry, Pico. I'm kicking you out because I need more room. Let's see what we got here. We are going to put in Strike It Rich. Strike It Rich is a cool little card game. And it has dice and little markers. And you're trying to make a million game of mining. So this is a mining game. And I have not done an episode on this, but I will be doing it pretty soon because there's not much to it. It's actually a very quick little, cool little game. Strike It Rich. I'm going to put this one down the side, but that one I can fit. Okay. Next game we're going to do, this is a pretty small one too, is Deuce. Twice as much fun as any other card game. So this is one of the card games I have here. I don't think I've done an episode on this, I don't believe. I don't believe so. But Deuce is going to go into the box as well. Put that in there. There we go. Next one is What Came First? This is a game, this is actually a pretty cool game, where you have two different things and you try to figure out which one came first. Then you can play and then you all place a bet to see if you're right or wrong. If you really feel strongly, like I know exactly when this came out, you can do a side bet and try to guess exactly what year it came out. If you guess right, you get bonus points. And here's a little bit of what the game looks like here. You see about all the different pieces going around. See, you have the year here in case you really think you know what it is. And this is the one that you try to guess. Okay, I guess this is the oldest one. See, you have Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty. So it's really cool. Really, really fun little game. I have not done an episode on this yet. Okay, we're getting down here. We're getting pretty darn good here. Let's see, I don't think Dead Stop will fit in there. This might be. Oh, you know what? It will. Yay! Dead Stop. This is a fun game. My wife Linda and I played this one, and she kicked my butt at it. Luckily, I did not videotape it. Luckily, it was something I can deny. Of course, I just admitted it. But anyway, Dead Stop. What a great game when you're trying to guess the colored rings on your opponent's pieces. If you do, then they're dead stop where they're at, and they get the points that they... What you're trying to do is you're trying to go from negative 40 and make it to 100. But as you're moving these around, they have these little cards that tell you ahead 2, ahead 1, stay where you're at, go back 1, go back 2, kind of thing. When you draw a card, you choose which one of these you want to move up and down, then you try to choose which one of these, because you can see on the back part is where the color is, and you're trying to guess what color those are. And what you do is when you miss, then you'll put that color around the rings. Now you know, okay, I guessed yellow, it's wrong. And then in the next turn, you can try to guess again. But in the meantime, you're trying to get your pieces across to get more points. And of course, once you guess all of your opponent's colors, you win the game. Well, actually, I can't really say you win the game. The game would end when someone's all have been chosen. And then you total up the amount of points. Whoever has the most points wins. Dead Stop by Milton Bradley. Great, great game. Alright, I think we fit another 1 or 2 in there. As long as they're small. Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with Last Word. I don't know how many more of these smaller ones I have. Last Word. Let me see if this fits. Before I even introduce it. Yes, it does. Last Word. This is a pretty cool game. What you do is you're moving your pieces around to create words. And once you create the word, you pick up the tile and your pieces cannot no longer land on those spots. And what you want to try to do is try to get your opponent stuck in an area where they can't move at all, and then they get eliminated from the game. So if you like word games, this is definitely a cool game to play. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. I mean, and what's cool too is you can go back and forth. Like if you're going this way, you can go over here, across the way. You can go from corner to corner. If you need, it's like, oh, this I can make this word if I go this way. So it's really cool how they do it. I have not done an episode on this yet, but I will very soon. In fact, I was planning on doing it because I recently picked this up. I have found a couple other copies of this and it was missing the tiles. You could see there's a lot of tiles. And every time you'd be either missing one of the pieces or missing a few of the tiles, I'm like, gosh, you know. Well, just recently I came across it again. And I was so hesitant. I'm like, okay, let me check. I'm like, oh my God, they're all here. Woo, yay. And I think the price tag might still be on it. There it is. $4. At good old Savers. My favorite place to go. Love my Savers. I don't even know if there's any Savers in Tennessee. I don't know. I haven't even looked that up yet. I'm kind of scared. They might not be out there. But anyway, last word going in the box. Since that's a bigger box, that is going to take care of that box. Okay. And there is 3 more boxes that you got to witness are done. I just got to tape these shut. And who knows? Maybe I might do another episode. We'll see how it goes. It's pretty hot today. And I have the blinds open too. So I know the heat's probably permeating through the blinds over here. Like I said, it's the day after Labor Day. So it's September 7th. So we're getting a little bit closer, And the movers are going to be here October 21st or 22nd. So obviously we got everything boxed before then. So it's slowly but surely creeping while we are both working and stuff too. We're going to pretty much work till the very end. Because there's going to be a little bit of time where we're not working at all. You know, driving up there and everything else and starting a new job out there. So, but anyway, we're getting there. The shelves are getting empty. I have some big boxed games down below here. I don't know how I'm going to box these up. But they're pretty huge. I might introduce those to you later. I don't think even the large boxes they'll fit. But anyhow, we're getting there. We're getting there. Down the home stretch, my friends. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and tape these up. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode with 3 more boxes. And I'll be back with more. And my next episode, I'll box up a few more games. And until next time, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all my friends and subscribers watching. And I'll see you next time.